there guys, welcome back to another video. Today's video, I just wanted to quickly talk about my opinion on the whole Bobbi Kristina and you know, the whole Whitney Houston and that situation. I've been following the story ever since Bobbi Kristina was found unresponsive in the bathtub. And basically, as far as the information that I've read, is that her status is still the same, that she's still in a medically induced coma, and her brain is not showing any sign of activity or life, and she's being kept alive, I guess on a respirator or something of that nature. I feel, after all this time, that it's actually kind of cruel, you know, to keep her alive. Now, I know there has been scenarios where people have been in a coma and they've come out of it, but in the scenario where you don't have any brain activity, and I mean, you kind of think about, why did this even happen? You know, I don't know anything about her personally or her personal life, but I can only imagine that it was hard, you know, having Whitney Houston as a mother, just first and foremost, just, you know, being the child of a celebrity and dealing with constant paparazzi and cameras in your face and people wanting interviews and touring and concerts and movies and all the different things that Whitney Houston had her hand in. And then the whole drug addiction, you know, is a very difficult thing, you know, to deal with as a family member. And I think that Bobbi has been very depressed and very sad, probably, since the death of her mother. She was probably hoping, like all of us were hoping, that Whitney Houston would kick the habit and clean up her life, because she definitely, you know, was worth it, and she was an amazing woman, and she's a legend. And you gotta think, when Bobbi Kristina, she did what she did on purpose. She didn't accidentally drown in the bathtub or accidentally do anything leading up to that. She wanted to die. And I'm one of those people that I really do wish that it would be allowed, that if people wanted to die, it would be legal. Like, you could go to a doctor and say, you know what, I've given this life my best try, I just want to let go. Because, you know, I think everybody has had hard times in their life, some worse than others, and sometimes life is more struggle than happiness. I mean, struggling to make ends meet, you know, jobs and money and bills, and, you know, trying to connect with other people on a more meaningful level, real friends, significant relationships, you know. And some people are so very alone, and they're so very hopeless, and it's a very sad thing, because we on the outside can see so much potential for them and their life, but they don't see it, they don't feel it. So I don't know what happens when you die. There was a time that I believed in the possibility of heaven and hell, but after I experienced being put under anesthesia for the one time that I was in my life, I realized that when I was put under, everything just went black. There were no dreams, there were no thoughts, I didn't go anywhere. I could have been dead for all I knew, but I magically woke up. And after that happened, it really challenged my thinking, because I guess the main reason that I believed in heaven was probably because of dreams. Because when you go to sleep at night, everything is so vivid and so fantastical when you dream, that I really thought that the body is in a dormant state, but here's your mind soaring, you know. And I thought that's what it would be like if you died, is, you know, the body has stopped, but the spirit, you know, will soar. but now I'm not so sure. And the scariest thing about that is just grasping the idea of potentially never being able to see the loved ones that you've lost ever again. And I'll tell you, man, I would trade any money, I would trade anything that I currently have in my life, any possessions, anything, if I could have my grandparents back, or my mother back, or my friend Frank back, or my cat Freddie that died back. And it's like, in some cases, it's been decades since these people have been gone, and the pain doesn't hurt any less. Now, there was a time in my life, back in my teenage years, when I wasn't as strong as I am now, that I too was very depressed and contemplated suicide, and I actually went as far as to guzzle a whole bunch of pills. Luckily, in the end, all it did was wake me up several hours later with a serious upset stomach, which I was able to take care of at home. But I realized that at that point it just wasn't my time, and I was meant for a greater purpose, whatever that may be. And I still feel that way. Sometimes life is hard and it just doesn't go the way we want, but you gotta hold on, because there's a reason you're here. Now, for someone like Bobbi Kristina, despite the fame that she had, or the money that she had, or the comfortable life that she could live, or the relatives and loved ones that she had living in her life surrounding her, she still felt very alone. Just like Robin Williams. You know, you look at Robin Williams, the guy always has a smile on his face, and he's so smart, and he's so funny, and he's so talented, and he made so many epic movies that will forever be remembered in history. And he had kids, and he had a wife and everything, and he still felt so alone that everything that he had going on in his life wasn't even worth it anymore. And that's probably how Bobbi Kristina felt, or anybody that has committed suicide has felt. And I understand that. I'm glad for me that it didn't work, and I have had someone in my life who has committed suicide and it did work, and I lost them forever. And, you know, I went through bouts of feeling angry with them, hurt, and it's hard to, you know, look forward to the rest of your life knowing that you're never able to share anything with that person again. You know, they're not there for the holidays, their birthday, your birthday, good things that happen to you, job promotions, new careers, new babies, weddings, reunions, you know, and you go through your daily life doing things that they used to do with you, and now you're by yourself. And it's hard, and I get it. So, if anybody is out there who feels sad, lonely, lost, feel like your life is worthless, you're not going anywhere, you're not good for anything, nobody likes you, nobody loves you, nobody cares if you live or die, please don't feel like that. Please talk to somebody. Please call the suicide helpline, call a friend, call a relative, call someone from your church. Reach out to somebody so they can remind you how special you are and how much value you do have in this life. Because the pain that you're feeling right now is nowhere close to the pain that the people that do care about you and love you will feel if you were to end your life. As far as Bobbi Kristina is concerned, I mean, I know the family wants to keep out hope, but I don't know, keeping somebody on life support for months, for years, I think you should just let them go. Bobbi Kristina wanted to go. She pretty much did kill herself. So hanging on to her, I think, is just It's cruel. She wants to be at peace, just let her be at peace. That's how I feel about it. It's hard for people to let go because once they disconnect all those machines that are preserving her, they can't hold her hand anymore, they can't kiss her anymore. They can't, you know, look at her beyond a picture. And I know it's hard to get to that point. But when it's that far gone, we should just let them go. It's quite a depressing topic, but, you know, death is part of life, just as much as anything else. Well, thank you again for watching my videos. If you need help, if you feel confused, please reach out to somebody. There is somebody who cares about you. There are people that need you, and everybody has value in this life. Everybody's here for a reason. Please don't hurt yourself. Thank you. Goodbye.